All right, gang, let's dive right into things. Welcome to Webinar Wednesday. It's great to be with everyone here today. It's the first webinar of September. It's been 2 weeks. If you're not familiar with Webinar Wednesday, we try to do them twice a month, once every 2 weeks. And if this is your first time joining us, welcome. I am Jason there on the left, and we're lucky to be joined by David Rockland, who is the digital strategist here at Brilliant Directories, and so much more. David, thank you for taking the time to join us and support us on this webinar.
Hey guys, so glad to be back with you for another webinar today. We got some great updates to share, and I'm sure we'll have some great questions to answer as well.
We also are streaming live on YouTube. For those of you joining us on YouTube, welcome to the webinar. I do recommend subscribing to the Brilliant Directories YouTube channel. You can take a moment and do that right now. Go to brilliantdirectories.com/YouTube, and you could just click on that subscribe button. It's a nice way to get notified when the webinar replays are available, tips of the week, feature tutorials, and more. And one of my favorite things about streaming on YouTube Live is the replay is immediately available after the webinar, and we will post it in the Brilliant Directories Facebook group. Also recommend taking a moment to join us there. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Facebook. Very positive group there. Lots of constructive questions, suggestions, good feedback there. I'm very active in there myself, along with some other BD teammates. So yeah, highly recommend you joining us there. All are welcome. And just a little plug for the Brilliant Directories app. It's a great way to keep in touch with your Brilliant Directories website, see your recent members, transactions, and more. You can go to the Apple Store or the Google App Store. Just go to brilliantdirectories.com/Apple app or Google app, and you can add the free app to your device. And again, just very quickly, for those of you joining the webinar for the first time, welcome. Just a little bit about Webinar Wednesdays. It's a great way for us to share with you some of the newer features built into the platform. We're pushing new updates, fixes, patches week after week. What we try to do in the webinars is focus on the features that can help you grow your community a bit quicker, increasing traffic, converting visitors to members, revenue opportunities, and more. We're going to have plenty of time for Q&A today. So if you need help with your site, you have questions about your site, troubleshooting, figuring stuff out, we're going to have plenty of time for questions and answers. It could be on these topics or anything else related to your BD site. So start jotting down some questions you might have, and we'll do the Q&A in just a little bit. All right, and some BD Lab updates to share. There's a lot of updates coming very, very soon. They're just on the cusp. They're going through final QA to make sure everything's working properly. But we do have some at the top here to share with you guys. The one at the top of this list is related to the member credits add-on. We've been waiting for this one for quite a while. It's the ability to select the types of transactions the member credits will work with. So let me go through this with you guys. Let me first share a link to the add-on for those who are not familiar with the member credits add-on. This allows you to give your members credits so they can use them on your site if they want to purchase leads, use them towards their membership plans, things like that. It's a great way to incentivize them. And you can give credits when members sign up and through other methods as well. So I just shared a link to that add-on. And this is an extension. This update now expands the functionality of the member credit system. Up until now, the credits would automatically be applied to any type of purchase the member is making on the site if they had some credits on file. So what you can do with this, and my recommendation would be, if you're using the member credits system, you can actually select the types of transactions member credits can be used for. So if you go to settings and advanced settings, and what we'll do is let me just refresh this here. We'll type in member credits. There we go. And when you do that, you should get all the advanced settings that are related to this add-on if you have this add-on. But the new one here is this one here, member credits. Select transaction types credits can be applied to. So by default, the credits work for any type of transaction, membership plan upgrades, recurring membership plan payments, they're ongoing monthly or annual payment, member lead purchases if they're purchasing leads through the site, or with the other add-on, we have the pay-per-post feature. They could be applied for those things. The reason we made this setting is a vast majority of BDers were asking for these two to be turned off. The ability to use credits for plan upgrades, or the recurring payments. They wanted the credits to be more for perks, such as purchasing leads, pay-per-post, or digital products. Remember, if you're using the digital products, if you're selling digital products on your site, this setting is per digital product. So when you're setting up your digital product, you would choose this setting there. That's why it's not mentioned here. So in my opinion, I think that is a great suggestion that the BDers had, is to turn off the member credits for membership plan upgrades or recurring membership plans. That way, you as the website owner are still collecting revenue for their participation and being part of your website, and they can use the credits for other things like their lead purchases, pay-per-post, or digital services that they're purchasing from you. But you now have that granular control. Try it out. Let us know how it's working for you. We'd love additional feedback on that. All right, this next one here is for right now, it's for web designers and developers. Later down the line, we will probably make a setting for it. But if you're using the pin featured posts, also an add-on here, now there is a CSS class you can target to style the pinned post or the featured posts on the search results pages. So let me show you what we're referring to first. So let me search for pin featured post. So this basically allows you, if you have blog posts, events, coupons, you can also, this is a great way to create a product, a digital product your members can buy. They can, request to have their posts pinned for a period of time. You can, sell it to them and pin the post for them. So their post, maybe they're promoting an event, whatever it might be. You can pin it to the top of the search results, the event search results, blog posts, whatever type of content it is. So I shared that add-on there. So with this new CSS class for targeting, if you're pinning a post, and let's just go ahead and do that together. I've already done it for one of the website blog articles here. So we can see here, when you have that add-on, you have these check boxes, and you can set as a featured post, a pin post, and you can also set an automatic end date. So, if you're going to pin something for 20 days, you could just set the end date here. But when you pin a post, again, for the web developers and designers out there in this phase, if you right-click in the search results, there are two new classes here. It's featured post and featured, and then also that'll cover all the posts that are featured. And then there's a post type specific one, which is featured post, in this case, blog. And what you can do now that we have that CSS targeting, and I'll share this, we'll share it after the webinar too. You can do things if you're a web designer or developer. Let me just share this with you guys here. Pop this in. Great. So what you can do is, and this is a very crude and quick way, but you can now highlight these featured posts. You can change the text here. Effectively, I've just added two CSS rules which are targeting, for example, the featured post, featured blog post, etc. We're putting the word featured in there, which is the content. What I think we're going to do in a phase 2 is create simple settings for these. So when you want to do this per post type, our novice users or people who aren't coders and stuff can do this with just a few clicks with the UI. But just to give web designers and developers a heads up, you now have the ability to do this. You just have to make sure you're using the default code for the post type in the search results. I'm going to pop this in here. So I know we do have some developers and designers in the webinar. I did pop this little piece of code in the chat there. And really, this is how things evolve with Brilliant Directories. We always push like a quick phase 1 so we can get something out there, and it evolves with feedback and phase 2 and more features and things like that. All right, this next one here is related to video posts. You can post YouTube videos, Vimeo, even TikTok and others, and it automatically pulls the thumbnail from those videos that you're sharing. We can actually, let's go to the demo Bootstrap site and look at an example here. So this is just our demo site. I think if we go to the video library, so this is just the Brilliant demo. So these are just some sample YouTube videos that we added, and these are thumbnails that were pulled and derived from the YouTube link when you're creating the posts. Sometimes it fails to pull the thumbnail. Very rarely it does. Or sometimes you don't like the thumbnail that's being used from YouTube or Vimeo, or you want to use an alternate thumbnail that you upload yourself or whatever the case may be. So now actually what you can do is when you're creating a video post, there will be an option. Let's go there together. So if a member is posting a video to the site, and we can edit this post. So just like the regular post now, instead of just the URL that you input for the video, you can choose to upload a thumbnail image. And if you upload a thumbnail image, it will override even if it is successfully fetching a thumbnail from the video link. So this is almost like an override. If you're not happy with the thumbnail that is coming from the video you link, you can override it with an image you upload yourself. And I think a bonus here might be, no, that's not the case. But yeah, so that is there now. All right, the next few that we have here are just on the cusp of being released, and I'm pretty excited about these. The first one here, member tags plus the API. This is going to give you the ability to add, remove, or override and set new member tags via the BD API, Zapier, Pabbly, etc. The reason this is useful is if you're having members do actions outside of Brilliant Directories, maybe with another platform like High Level, or filling out a form with Typeform or Jotform, based on those actions off of your Brilliant Directories website, you'll be able to apply member tags so you know which members on your BD site may have performed actions outside of your BD site, so you can add or remove tags that way. And from there, of course, you can do additional segmenting, create smart lists, email market to those people specifically, export them, etc. Same thing here with the next one, the credits, the member credits, which we just talked about at the top, plus the API. So you'll soon be able to add or deduct member credits, one via bulk actions on the search members page in your BD admin area. So that'll be helpful as well. You can bulk add or remove or set a new credits total for a group of members all at one time, or you'll be able to use the APIs like Zapier, Pabbly, etc. to do that. And again, this is really helpful because if you're asking your members to take actions on third-party websites or through other things that they're doing outside of the BD site, you can reward them with credits using workflows with Zapier and Pabbly, etc. So you can give them $10 of credit and all that good stuff. So this allows you to engage your members more by gifting them and incentivizing them to take other actions outside of your BD site. The next one here we've been talking about, it is also coming soon. It's on the cusp. There's just a few priority items ahead of it. When members have paid plans and they want to close their paid plans, their account is closed immediately. This update will give them the option to close it immediately or close it on the end of their current subscription date, because technically they're already paid through the end of the month or the end of the year, etc. So they'll have two options: close the account immediately or end it at the end of the subscription date. This next one is for SEO. It's related to member reviews. We're creating a new SEO template, which will basically showcase and allow Google to index all the reviews of an individual member on a dedicated page only for the reviews of that individual member. So that'll be good for SEO. If you don't need that page, you can choose to not index it. I do think it'll be very good for SEO. You'll have the member profile page, which includes all the data relevant to that member, and you'll also have a dedicated reviews page for that member as well. And lastly here, and there are a lot of updates coming down the line, but just to fill this page here, we are creating a new webhook. A webhook sends data that's happening on your BD site out to third-party platforms. So you'll have a webhook for any payment attempts on your BD website, whether they're successful captures, fails, or anything else. And with that information, you can update your other systems, whether it be QuickBooks, or other CRMs, and or also get notified that way as well. So lots of updates coming soon. Good things are being pushed. I could list more, but we don't have enough on this slide. What we can do is we could just take a question or comment. If you want to raise your hand just on this slide, if you have any questions or comments about these updates, we could take them here. And I see David's got his hand up. How you doing, David?
How you doing? This is David Dorico. I've had a Brilliant Directory lifetime platform. Just haven't had time to implement it. I was wondering a couple things. Is there a listing of all the Brilliant Directories, and how could I work either through video or getting some people to help me, because you've got a lot of clients and this is going to be a perfect fit. So how do I get started and implement? And because
great question. Let me share with you some resources, David, that might be helpful inside your Brilliant Directories platform. What I would recommend is go to Manage Websites. It's the teal colored link up there. This will take you to where you can see all your active websites. But here, more specifically, we have a link to the Getting Started videos. This is great for basic configuration. I would start here. Also familiarizes you with kind of the areas of the admin where to make simple changes. There's also a link to the support documentation. So if you have questions, you can look for articles there. And then to your point, if you have questions, I think the Facebook group, and I'll post a link to the Facebook group in the chat here, is also a great place to ask how-to questions, strategy questions. And let me just go back to this page here. You can also create a support ticket here in your admin area. This is great for simple questions. We usually reply same day or so you can just ask questions if you're stuck. And then lastly, if you're looking to work with someone who's a BD expert who can kind of help you with more advanced setup and configuration, we always recommend the marketplace. We have vetted developers here for hire that you can work with. These are third parties. You can search here. They're in different time zones around the world, and there are some great people here. And again, these are vetted. We know them, and we kind of know that we can trust them to work with, recommending them to work with BD clients. So that would be my recommendation for you there. All right, let's go back to the slide here. Al, let me unmute your mic if you have any questions or comments about these updates.
Yes, thank you for this opportunity. We were just talking about incentivizing members to get us paid members, right? And this credit program seems to be perfect for that, in that our idea is to maybe provide like a free month or 2 months free for every paid member that we get. Is there a way to kind of automate that with this?
What you can do is the following. Let me share with you here. If we go to membership plans, and if somebody's referring someone, part of the member credits features, and we're always like we have an add-on, it does one thing, and then over time we'll expand on it. If you come up to signups and upgrades, let me scroll down here. Here we go. When you have the credits add-on, you could say reward credits to assign after sign up. That's to the person who's signing up. And then you could say this, credits assigned to referring member, right? Assign referral credits to members who refer new signups. You can say yes, and this is for people signing up to this plan, membership plan 3. So you'll know the nominal value of the membership plan someone's signing up to. So you could make it very simple and say, if you refer someone, you'll get $20 of credits. And we have documentation on it, but it shows how the members who are referring can share a link, or the person who's signing up can enter the member ID of the person who referred them. There's several methods for it, but this should handle you giving credits that will amount to a month or 2 of their free membership or close to that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You are welcome. Good question there. All right, let's take one more question here, and then we'll move on. We got Tony here.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, Tony, where are you calling in from?
From Titusville, Florida.
All right.
So my question is more on strategies, but I wanted to get my hand up. But I will say these dates that you're making, it's fantastic. So
thank you.
But I can wait till the other.
Okay. Let me see what we got on our next slide here. Just give me a second. We might be able to go to your question now. Yeah, it looks like we're giving away some free swag, and then we can get into your question, Tony. David, can you tell us about the free swag that's happening right this moment?
Yeah, for those of you who are unaware, we do have a swag shop. It's shop.brilliantdirectories.com. And if you'd like to grab yourself some BD swag, you can use the coupon code webinar20 at checkout. And that'll save you $20 at checkout. So you can go ahead, grab some BD swag, got some great stickers, some bags. We got a speaker, some mugs, a lot of different options here.
And what's the promo code for the free shipping? So they get one, they need a separate one to get the free shipping as well. Is that free ship?
That's free ship for free shipping, and then webinar 20 for the $20 off.
Sweet. So yeah, if you guys want to, I sent the link to the shop in the chat here for everyone. And again, if you haven't purchased anything in the last 90 days with those promo codes, you can use webinar 20 and free ship together and pick yourself up some BD swag here. And we'll remind you guys before the end of the webinar again. But with that, we'll head on over to the Q&A section. And why don't we go back to Tony, who had his question there. Tony, I'll get you unmuted here.
Okay, so I'm going to be launching soon. And so I just was wondering if you could go over my, basically the pricing page and the join page and just kind of see if there's something that stands out. I know the one thing that I don't have testimonials on there. I'm working on that. But outside of that, maybe there's something else that you could see.
Yeah. What's your site? Let's take a look together.
Okay, so it's discovertitusville.com.
All right, give me one moment here and we'll get in there together. Okay, discover Titusville. Can you spell Titusville?
Yeah, titusville.com.
Okay.
And then down at the bottom, I think is the sign up, or I can give you the.
I got it here. Okay, so your ultimate guide to exploring the charming community of Titusville, Florida. That's great subject line there. A couple things. Where can I join right here?
It's down at the bottom. Right now.
Okay.
So
I would recommend a higher up call to action. Maybe in the header, or sometimes you can have two buttons here, like add your Titusville business. So that's something to consider for you there.
Okay.
And let's go to the join page here. It's down here in red. All right. Want more customers? That's great. Join over 100 plus Titusville businesses benefiting from being on Discover Titusville. So that's great. You can always say like want more visibility, but I think want more customers cuts to the point. You have basic and premium.
Mm-hmm.
What I found is helpful is if you make it something tangible. For example, basic listing, right, or basic visibility. Because then what it does is it's not just like basic. It's they feel like they're trading something, right?
Okay.
Because they're paying for the visibility or they're paying for the listing. Right, so it turns it into a noun or an object instead of like an ambiguous membership.
Okay.
In this case, you have here list now, $47 per month, 50% off. What? Okay, so you're having what's 50%?
You know what? I had it broken down actually. What it would cost and stuff like that, but
Okay.
I took that out because like. Sometimes people say, well, that's actually what they see. They don't see that. So I took that out. I could put it back though, because I actually broke it down how much they were actually.
Right. And then I see also you have the Premier in the middle, which is the most expensive. Generally people see them in order, like the 19, 47, and 65, or the other way around, where the Premium would be first and then 47th. I would recommend that maybe also, because then when people are making a decision, it's very clear for them to go either left to right or right to left. And just again, these are just my opinions here.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do the 50% off, instead of more sales, you could change this text to something to the effect of September promo. Normal price, I'm just going to put $99 here, but something here, like give them some. The 50% off needs context, right?
Okay.
They need to see what the regular price was if you're going to do a promo like that. I like the description here. I don't think you need build monthly. I think it's redundant. Here, I see what you're doing here. Build annually. I would keep continuity, because I see what you're doing here. It's $65 a month, build annually. I would keep continuity and just stick with per month, or let them or mention the yearly price here, like save 50% annually or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
so, and I'll just run through this real quick, and maybe this will help. So the plan is there's basic and there's premium. Premium, just using these names because that's what I got up there right now. So basically premium is, the whole idea is the cost is going to be almost the same as basic and premium. The only difference is the annual, they get the 50, they get the, basically the cost of what it would cost for basic. They're getting upgraded to the premium account if they do the annual. That's the whole idea. So
Okay.
they're literally like the same price when you break it down.
Okay.
But that's the reason why I wanted to have you look at it, because then, what's kind of
Right. So I guess, I mean, I can get more into it, but I think
Yeah.
maybe a little more continuity,
Mhm.
reduce some of the redundancies,
okay.
and just a better context as to what the deals are. And if you're doing comparison between monthly and yearly, you could just do the yearly, in a parentheses, like, or choose yearly and save 20%, and
Okay.
something like that.
Hey, the other question I have is, those little arrows actually drop down boxes. Would it be
Yes.
better to spell the whole thing out or just keep it in the little drop down? I mean, do you think
No,
people
no,
know that?
Usually a plus icon is instead of the arrow.
Okay, I
that
have
makes
on my
sense.
the join page, you'll see that it's actually a little plus.
Yeah,
So maybe
usually a plus
Okay.
icon, and then that might work well. But overall, I think you're on the right. What is the solopreneur compared to the basic?
So, like, the solopreneur would be for really small, like network marketers, people who have, it's just one person, versus, where it's a brick and mortar type businesses.
Okay.
That would be the ones to the,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are they getting that's different than the basic plan, besides they're a smaller organization and you're trying to be nicer to the smaller organization?
are you talking about the solopreneur?
Yeah.
They're basically the same as far as what
Okay.
they're getting. I mean, a lot of the things are very similar, because I didn't really want to make them that much different. Just wanted to, but the solopreneur is for individuals. So if a business signs up for them, I'm going to say something to them, because it's not for like a restaurant. It's for that person who has products or a service that puts it on Facebook, but wants to get it out there, have something they can control.
That may be hard to regulate, in my opinion, and I think that like over moderation is not necessary. And maybe there's a brick and mortar, and they actually do less in monthly revenue than, say, like a real estate agent who might be doing. I'm just thinking out loud. So like the fact that they're a solopreneur doesn't really reflect what their monthly budget would be, just because there might be an organization with more employees. In that sense. You may want to consider, and I don't want to push this too much, but having a free listing, and it's just their name and their address, and then a basic, which offers more of the features like name, address, link to your website. You're ahead of the free listings, and there's other perks they could share also, like the ability to post coupons, events, things like that. And then the premier is the whole
So like
enchilada.
if you go to /join, that's the free. And basically they have a lot of, but you just get more with the solopreneur type of thing. So like you have the member, and that's free, and they get a lot of different things. But the ones that's, the entrepreneur basically just gets more of the other.
All right.
That's, I'm just saying, I mean, I'm not saying it's right. That's why I wanted you to look at it. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm with you. So I would just go for continuity, simplicity, especially if you're starting out. You just want people to make a binary decision. You don't want to have them have to bring out a notebook and start figuring out you don't want to confuse them. You want them to make a split-second decision, like, ooh, basic, yep, that's what I'm in the mood for today. Or premium, I got to have that, I can afford that. Let's go with that today. I like 2 plans because of that reason. It becomes binary. I like the free option because it allows you to get your foot in the door for someone who may not be ready to take out their wallet today and make a payment. And then again, like, I don't see the difference between solopreneur and basic and premium. So we gotta maybe think of the names of these to be more in line. One, to match your branding's persona, so things that might be in line with your branding. And that would be my suggestion there, and just simplify everything. So those would be my suggestions there. Thank you, Tony. All right, let's see who's got their hand up. Our good friend Arlana here.
Hi there. Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm doing good, thanks. Just a small little glitch that I'm having trouble figuring out. On the bottom of my page, in the footer where it says categories, view categories and locations, or search by categories and locations. Somehow I've lost those pages. They give me an error, so I can't figure out how to fix that.
Yeah, let's do that together. What's your site?
wewellness.directory.
All right, let's take a look together. All right, so first let's take a look at your site's footer. It's loading up here. And we'll scroll down here. Okay. So we have browse categories, locations.
Yeah.
So these are not working?
Yeah, everything else seems like I did some rebranding. I changed the URL, but those two, I just noticed them yesterday that they're not connecting to anything. And
okay, let's see if the page exists. We'll search for the categories page first. It should be a simple fix here. So you do have a categories page here. If we edit it,
I think I just accidentally did that today, trying to figure out how to fix it.
okay. Give me a second. I'll get that back the way it was normally for you. Just a second.
That'd be great.
You got it. Just one moment here. And we'll get both your locations page and your categories page up and running. Okay, that's what I need. All right, let me share this again. Okay, so if we go back to your web page builder, let's go to your categories page right here. And what we'll do is just copy from kind of the master that we have here. This is what was there before. And I'll just save those changes here on your site. And let's see if the categories page is working. Let's view the page. Okay, there you go. So here you go. Here are your categories again. It should link in the footer correctly. You can always go to the demo bootstrap site if you ever kind of like delete or change a default page. This is a default page that comes with all BD sites. You can always then replicate what's there. Now let's get your locations page working. So what we'll do in this case is we'll create a new page because it looks like that page has been deleted. Let's see. Yeah, there's no locations page. So we'll do location, and the URL will be location, and it will be just a moment here. Let's see. Just give me a moment. I messed one thing up, but we'll get that for you in just one more moment here.
I really appreciate it. I have no idea how that happened.
Oh, it's okay. Not a problem at all. Just give me one more moment here. Okay, great. So let's get back into your site. We're going to create this locations page and preference by location, and we'll save your changes. Great. If we refresh this page now, we should see the locations here. There we go. And here you go. You have your Canada provinces listed here. And this link should be working now.
Okay, well, I only still see where you were working on the member categories.
Oh, I apologize. There you go. So now you have the pages created. You have location and you have category. So let me just close these down. So here's your locations page here.
Perfect.
And let's just open these two just so you can see here. Categories and locations, and you should be good. What did I see? Drums? That's great. Looking good? Yeah?
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Love the colors of your site too. The purple and green is nice. All right, Dawn. Let's go with Dawn here.
I was wanting to know how I could add sort of a content block or a blog on my main page. My site's maui.guide.
Oh, you got to invite us over one day to Maui. All right.
And they have lots of specials, that's for sure. But what I've done has been sort of working on this over our time period, and I'm going to set up a free listing for Maui, because a lot of them have been hurting since that fire a year ago.
That's
and
true.
they're still back on their feet. So I was looking at trying to put a content where I can put sort of information before the categories, just after the local travel guide?
Absolutely. Let me help you with that. You go to your design settings here.
Okay.
And I can see you're already familiar with the streaming content sections. So let's take a look here. We'll go to the homepage tab. Make sure I'm sharing here. Yep. And select content to display. So it looks like you have custom content 1. And let me just check one more thing here. But then you have categories. Your categories are, it looks like you've listed them here under, oh, I see. You put the widget here. So what we're going to do is this. We're not going to touch this one, custom content 1. Let's, the names are just for the, like, just because it's custom content 2 doesn't mean it has to come after 1. So we're going to do custom content 2, and we're going to drag it up before here. And let's edit this one, and I'll just put, can I just say, welcome to Maui?
Yeah, welcome to Maui.
Good.
And then I can add other information.
Exactly. So what we have here is if we reset this above your categories here, it should say welcome to Maui. There's no background color. It's just white. This one's using
yes.
red.
Okay.
So it looks like it's all good now, and you can add whatever you need here.
Great. Super.
Can I recommend one design setting that you may want to take advantage of?
Okay.
It is under in the general tab, main design, the website width. There is an extra wide if you want to just see what it looks like for a moment.
Okay.
Because what I'm noticing is some of your main menu items are on 2 lines, and this might, I don't think, this is pretty long actually. I don't know if it's going to fully alleviate that. But what it does is it spreads out the site a bit wider here to fill the screen a bit more, which helps images appear larger,
okay,
and so on.
I like that, yeah.
So if you want to revert it back, it's under design settings. It's the first main design module, and if you want to go back, you can just go back to standard default here.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and change it. I like that, making it wider.
Yeah, okay. Great. Well, good luck with your site. It's looking great.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. All right, good stuff there. Don's inviting all of us to a trip to Maui. That's nice of him. Let's go with Danielle here.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, how are you?
Good, how about you?
Good, thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so are you familiar with 123 forms?
No, but it sounds easy as ABC.
Oh yeah, it is. Originally I have built my website on the Wix website thing.
All right.
And I have multiple services for each service page, and it has a form where customers fill out the needed info. And then as they go through the form, they can add the rush fee, and if they choose, the form then tallies the total, and then they click submit, and it takes them to Stripe to pay. Do you have anything like that for your company?
So is that like a shopping cart?
Yeah, kind of, but it's like a personal shopping cart for each service. So the service is embedded in the form, and then they pay for it in the form.
Got it. So are they paying for one service, or it sounds like they're tacking on multiple services and then checking out through the step form?
Right. So just say they chose one service in the form, and then it's like, oh, do you want a rush fee? Then they add,
Got it.
so like that, and then it tallies it, yeah.
And let me ask, does 123 Forms have embed code so you can embed that form on the site, and then it sounds like they're being sent to Stripe to complete their payment?
Yeah, it
does. Okay. So you can actually add that directly on your Brilliant Directories site. You can continue using the same workflow. We don't have anything that does exactly that. What we do have is the sell digital products and services, but it's not a step form. It's just like, hey, buy this ebook, and they're just buying the ebook. So this might not work for exactly what you're looking to do. However, what you can do, let's go to what is it called? 123 Forms. Okay. And let me just quickly go to 123 Form Builder, and I'm going to do one thing here. How to embed 123 Form Builder. Embed codes publisher on. Perfect. So they're going to give you a piece of code. It's going to be JavaScript or iframe method. Both are going to be fine, or an auto pop-up. So they give you the code to copy. Mm-hmm. What you can do on your BD site is go to your widget manager.
Okay.
I'm going to just show you a the quick way. Create new widget. We'll call it 123 form code, whatever. And I'm just going to put a bunch of gibberish in here, okay?
Okay.
So this is going to be your embed code. So what you're going to do is copy the short code for this widget for the 123. Let me just do this right. So it's spelled 123 forms code. And I'm going to copy the short code for it and save your changes. So just imagine your embed code was in there. And you can go anywhere on your BD site and you can just pop in that embed code. I'll just create a new web page and you pop in the short code, widget equals 123 forms code. Just put, and you're done. And that form will render on your BD site on any page that you want it to, wherever you put this widget equals. So widget equals, if you have embed code, it's like you can drop that anywhere on. You can drop it in text labels. You can drop it in form fields. You can do lots of things. So here's that gibberish that I had, but this could be the embed code for the form.
So basically, how it works in Wix, it would just put here too. Okay, perfect. And then one more question. If you go to my website, UniResolve, UniResol, UniResolve.
Got it. Okay.
You'll see a video playing for the background. Oh wait, that's not the original site. That's the one that I'm creating with you guys.
Oh, okay. UniResolve.
Yeah.
It's an existing site. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the one that I was creating. Do you have a feature that'll let me play the video on the homepage?
You'll need to do some CSS with that. What I would recommend over a video is
what?
Is it a YouTube video or an MP4? What is it exactly? Do you know?
I'm not sure. It was just it was like a drag and drop box on.
Gotcha.
Video box.
Okay. If you ask in the Facebook group, I can give you a couple methods to do that. Both the CSS method, which will work. My preferred method is not to use like a video file, and we'll probably explore this later now that you're mentioning it. So with Wix, you just drag like the video URL, and then that's what played on here.
Well, I made the video, and then I dragged it to like a video box. That was
got it. Let me just quickly. Okay, I see. So if you have the video, you have the MP4. What I would recommend is converting it to a GIF, an animated GIF.
okay.
And what you can do when it's an animated GIF is you can skip all the video stuff, and it's actually better for rendering on mobile and things like that because the video has its own nuances. Then just come to your hero background image and upload the animated GIF as your hero background image, and it will play it. And I'm looking at the video. It's short enough to be a GIF. It just has this paperwork and then the judge gaveling.
Right.
And then this thing, which is just enough to it's more than enough to be it's enough to be an animated GIF.
Okay. Go to Sell My Judgment at the top. Sell My Judgment. Right there, yeah. I made that video too. Is there a way to embed that in BD?
Yeah, same way. Just go to your widget manager and you can have it on the home page, you could have it on landing pages. Just drop your embed code.
Okay.
Just drop your embed code, call it Sell My Judgment video, and then put the code in here and then copy the short code and paste it on the landing page or wherever you're putting it.
Oh, perfect. And then one more question. How to disable some widgets that are already embedded?
Sure. Do you have an example of one that we can...
Just any default widget that's on there. So like, for example, one of the fields on the search box I don't want.
Sure. So for example, the search fields, this one is name and location. There are, if you go to search box call to action, there's pretty much every combination of, like, if you want keyword plus location or keyword only, location only, and so forth, you can just change them here. And you can also do that in the member search results. I'll hit search now. So this is if you're on the member search results page, this is the search module that's being used here. And again, these are good questions for the support team too, if I'm going quick, but If you go to edit post settings, so all your post types like blog articles, members, you can choose what's in their sidebar.
Yeah.
If we scroll down to member listings, so we're going to member listings is a post type, so edit post types.
Okay.
Search results design, additional settings. You can choose, well, there's a lot of settings here, but over here, let me see where it is. Just a moment, my eyes are, okay, here it is. Sidebar search module to use. So you can choose here, just like the homepage, you can choose which module to use in the sidebar. And there's pretty much every combination that you would want, like keyword only, top category only, location only, and so forth.
Okay. That's perfect. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I know I went quick. The replay will be available in the Facebook group. So if you need to come back, we're about 53 minutes into the webinar. So you can. All right. Cheers. Bye-bye. All right. Good stuff there. Let me see. I don't see any more hands up. I will kick back to the free swag. Go to shop.brilliantdirectories.com. I'll share that link one more time. Great questions today in the webinar. I'm going to pop it in the chat here one more time. And also the promo codes, use webinar 20 and free ship. Let me spell this out here. I put everything in the chat. And if you haven't gotten any swag in the last 90 days, help yourself. I like the mouse pad personally and the fanny pack. And yeah, tons of new features coming down the line. The next webinar will be in 2 weeks. Don't forget to download the app. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/Apple app or Google app and stay in touch with your BD site on the go. We'll post the replay into the Facebook group. There were a lot of good constructive questions today. So if we went quickly over where those settings are, come back and watch the video replay in the Facebook group. And for those of you who joined on YouTube, thank you so much. On behalf of myself, David, and the entire Brilliant Directories family, it was great to be with you guys here today. We honestly love the BD community. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a great day and a brilliant week. Take care, guys.